This class is on the topic of transformational leadership. A definition of transformational leadership is given by Galton, 2002. Now, this definition focuses on the consciousness and the moral values of the leader. It's about ethical issues, and it's attempting to mobilize the followers in a way that brings about reform in resource use, but it does it in an ethical way. So it's trying to motivate and lead the followers in a conscientious and ethical way, and to mobilize their energy to achieve an outcome which is aligned with the ethical stance of the group as a whole, preferably. Now, there are various definitions that we can look at. Some of them quite famous. I suggest that you stop the video from time to time and make your own notes. Perhaps make a note of these definitions. Just off the top here, it's easy to see what the definition is going. Transformational leadership achieves significant change that reflects the community of interests of both leaders and followers. Indeed, it frees up and pools the collective energies in pursuit of a common goal. It's most effectively done, of course, if you're appealing to the morality of the group as well. If the individual members in the group have a certain set of beliefs and the leader is reflecting those and pulling the people in that direction. The second definition on the screen here by Mullins, it's generating a vision for the organization and creating a feeling of justice, loyalty and trust. Again, heavy emphasis on the ethical and what is the right thing to do. So it's getting things changed, transformational, it's getting things changed as a result of emphasizing this particular stance, this morality stance. Bass provides a taxonomy, or if you like, a list of 3 types of transformational leader. And later this was increased to 4, but initially it was 3. First of all, there's the idealized influence, behaviour that arouses strong follower emotions and identification with the leader. This is an idealization. People have an image or something in their mind of what the perfect leader will be in this context, and then assign that to the actual leader, and it's an idealized influence. They want to follow the leader because they believe the leader best reflects the idealization, this perfection they've got in their mind of what the leader should be. So that's number 1. Number 2, individualized consideration. Includes providing support, encouragement and coaching to followers. Leaders, by encouraging and by providing support and encouragement, they become the leader because they are seen as somebody who is almost above the immediate issue. They're somebody who is getting the group to pull in a direction, and they themselves are above it. So it's looking at the individual, looking at the personality of the individual that motivates the rest. Intellectual stimulation, behaviour that increases follower awareness of problems and influences followers to view problems from a new perspective. Sometimes if a problem exists and people start to think about the problem, they can become very creative in their solutions. And it's this intellectual approach that can mark off some leaders. The transformational leader is the one who can take the problem, turn it into an intellectual exercise, rationalize what is going on, try to figure out what's going on, look at the logic and the connections and the issues, and try to derive a solution based on it, and then convince the followers that that solution is the correct one because it is based on a logic which has been thought out, it's been reasoned, and they are more likely to follow. The fourth one is inspirational motivation. This includes communicating an appealing vision, using symbols to focus subordinates efforts, and modeling appropriate behaviours. Inspirational motivation, as the name suggests, is trying to inspire the followers to work in a certain way. It's appealing to their vision. It is getting them to subscribe to this vision. Now, Bennis and Nanus, 1985, conducted a 5-year study of 90 leaders using interviews and observations. Quite a large study. Insights about transformational leadership were identified from common themes in the interview. Now, these are some of the findings in summary form. The leaders all had vision of a desirable and possible future for the organization. Now, they have a vision, they have a belief where the organization should be in the future. This could be a very vague thing. It could be not firmly held, but at least they've got some picture of where the organization is. Or it could be very, very solid, worked out, calculated, and a very strong feeling. But irrespective of the strength of the feeling, which way you go there, the idea is that there is a desirable possible future state for the organization. And that's one thing that the transformational leader has. They have that vision. They demonstrate commitment to their vision by their decisions and behaviour. They don't just have the vision, but they act it out. Everything they're doing is trying to enable it to happen. So they are showing commitment to the vision and monitoring their behaviour and what they say and what they do. It is all orientated towards the delivery of that vision in the future. Follower commitment to the vision depended on their trust of the leader, which is more likely when the leader's statements and actions were consistent. So for followers to follow, they must trust the leader, and that trust only comes about if the leader is consistent, not telling lies, not contradicting him or herself, not changing opinions, not being influenced by some passing fashion or fad. It's having long-term commitment and being consistent, and that is what generates the follower base. They channel the energies of organizational members in pursuit of the common vision. Clearly, they're the leaders, so they must get the followers to follow the vision that they are depicting, they're putting across, and then they must channel all the energies and the resources of the followers to achieving that common vision. So those are the findings out of some research conducted by Bennis and Nanus. Okay. Now some tentative guidelines for transformational leadership. These are just come out of the literature generally, so we can just list them. Actually, they're quite straightforward. First of all, articulate a clear and appealing vision. Well, without that, nobody's going to follow. It must be clear and it must be appealing. Explain how the vision can be attained. Set out the route to achieving it. Act confidently and optimistically. If the leader looks depressed and confused, not many people are going to follow. You must express confidence in followers. You must tell the team that they can do it. Again, if you think of the contrary, if you tell the team that they can't do it, then why try in the first place? So they must express confidence in followers. Use dramatic, symbolic actions to emphasize key values. There must be an emphasis on the key values. There must be some element of esprit de corps. There must be some element amongst the group that tells them that this is the way to, or more than likely the way to inspire them to achieve the vision. Lead by example. The leader must be able to do, not just talk. When push comes to shove, the leader must be able to complete the task the same as the followers, so that they can have confidence in the leader. It's not just idle talk. And there must be a belief that the followers can do it, and they must be left to do it. There must be that confidence must flow into the way it's done and the way it's managed. It must flow into the whole project itself. It must permeate the whole project, so that people are empowered to achieve the vision. They are doing it because they want to do it. That's the source in which the notes came. As I said, you can stop the video, make your own notes, and see what you think about them. The same source, UCL 2002, recognized that transformational leaders do things that will empower followers and make them less dependent on the leader, such as delegating significant authority to individuals, creating self-managed teams, eliminating unnecessary controls, and building a strong culture to support empowerment. So, empowerment is a very important consideration in terms of leadership. Okay, so those are some of the ideas about transformational leaders and some of the issues that were found empirically, found in research, and some of the ideas that were put forward by some of the great thinkers in the area. This session is quite short, so I hope you found it useful, and that about concludes this class. So, thank you for watching.